All right, so now I want to point out something to you about this. You guys need to think through this clearly, if you will. Let's just say, for kicks and grins, that you have got a high-priced house. Oh, I don't know. Let's pick a number. Let's say we got $1 million house with $1.4 million loan on it. Is that possible? Crap, they're all over the country, aren't they? Okay. And what's the payment on this house? Payment on this house is going to be about $8,000 a month, give or take. My best guess. Okay? And you decide you want to do an axe deal. Because this is kind of an axe deal, isn't it? Because an $8,000 payment would make your pantyhose pucker up, wouldn't it? Huh? Well, it wouldn't bother me, because all I would do is ask myself, what can go wrong, and what can I do now to fix it? And I would put something in my agreement with the seller that simply says that I do not intend to make any payments any month this house is vacant. Period. By the way, who's making the payment now? Seller. Correct. So I would simply tell the seller, okay, I'll go out and I'll find somebody who can live in this house and cover your payment, or I'll try. But it's got to be a long-term deal. All right, now if we're successful in finding that person, first of all, somebody buying a $1.4 million house, you think I can possibly get more than $5,000 out of them? Probably get a pretty good chunk based on my ability to explain to them the situation. Say, look, you must move into this house and make this $8,000 payment till the cows come home. Every single month the debt gets paid down. Do you realize that a 30-year loan pays off the exact same time whether there's $1 million owed, $2 million owed, or $5 million owed? Okay? Regardless of what's owed, it gets paid down every month, doesn't it? Hello? Yes. All right. So if the buyer comes in and they can move into this house and they can live there 10 years, there's very little chance that the debt pay down and the appreciation is not going to put equity back into this property. But what if it doesn't? See, that is your chance to jump in the middle and negotiate a short sale on this property and probably make 6 figures by fixing the problem. So what if 4 years from now there's still a $1.2 million balance and the buyer wants to buy, but they're only willing to pay $1 million? Well, this is your chance to go get the bank to discount the debt down to about $500,000. And you get in the middle of that short sale. I got me a cash buyer here waiting. Get in the middle of the short sale. Huh? All short sales are cash. That doesn't mean I have to come up with the money, but it does mean that I have to negotiate it much less than my buyer's willing to pay. I got my buyer in the house. My buyer's going to have a contract with me or with the seller, but the seller already knows they're not getting any money. Okay? The buyer can go get financing if the bank takes what the value, what the buyer offers and reduces the debt. Obviously, the buyer's not going to be even applying for financing if they can't go get it, but they got plenty of time. Point is, it doesn't make any difference what's owed on the property if there's a cooperative seller there that will do a short sale. And by the way, is it in the seller's best interest to short sale the property if they get a chance? Now they're out of it. They're out of it. Yeah, they're going to take a credit ding. So what? So what? At least it's over. No more loan. Because if the bank doesn't do it, they're probably going to wind up getting the property back. You will not have any problem getting a bank to discount a debt down to at least market value when the cash buyer's sitting here ready to pay it off.
But at that point, the property's being paid.
The loan's being paid. That's okay. I don't. Well, you're under the misconception that you have to be in default to negotiate a short sale.
All right, so what's the unusual circumstance that forces this short sale?
The seller is making it very clear to the bank that I have got a cash buyer for this, and if you don't take this offer, you're going to own this property.
Then you're going to stop making payments.
Well, I'm not saying that.
No, I'm saying you're right.
Yeah.
Just play it out.
But the buyer might. If the buyer wants to go cash out of this thing, they can walk out of this thing if they want to. They don't have to continue making those payments. And if they see there's no end to the tunnel, they very well may do that. Because if they can qualify to buy a house and qualify for $1 million loan, they can go anywhere they want and get it. And the pathetic amount of money they gave me to get into this house, they've long since quit worrying about that because it's not going to be that much money. So they can walk. They're not stopping them from walking. All right, wait a minute. I'm answering questions without a microphone. I can't do that. You guys were supposed to stop me from doing that. All right, do I have a question over here? I'll take it.